Hey guys and gals and my fellow VEDS-ies, and welcome to I Just Re-Watched, the series where I give you my preconceptions and postconceptions of things I've already seen to, well, see if my opinions on it are still the same. And today on I Just Re-Watched, we are going to be looking at Mary Poppins Returns, which of course was the sequel to the original Julie Andrews classic Mary Poppins. Now, what is there to say about this original Mary Poppins that hasn't already been said? The movie is amazing. It is Walt Disney's crowning achievement. It has stellar performances from Dick Van Dyke, Julie Andrews, David Tomlinson, Ed Wynn, the list goes on. The effects in the movie still hold up today. So as can be expected, a lot of people had a lot of expectations for this sort of reboot sequel, Mary Poppins Returns. I myself included. And from what I can remember, I really enjoyed this movie. But apparently I was very much in the minority. As for those of you who know, one of my first videos done in this way was a reaction to Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic's review of Mary Poppins Returns. And to say that I thought his opinions on the movie were trash would be an understatement. And look, I got a lot of flack for that, which is why I privated the thing. I just didn't want to deal with it. Looking back, should I have? Probably not. I should have stuck to my guns. But, again, this movie right here means a lot of things to a lot of different people. To a lot of people, it's a bastardization of a really good movie. To other people like myself, it was a nice send-up and a nice sequel. However, something Disney saw at this was it must have been profitable enough because at one point in Epcot, they were going to make a Mary Poppins either pavilion or attraction, and it would have been based after Mary Poppins Returns. It would have had, Jack and Mary as opposed to Bert and Mary. But because of most things, the pandemic kind of screwed that all up. But yeah, I got really emotional towards the end of this movie. It holds a special place in my heart, just like the original one does. But who knows? This was 2019. It's been a couple of years since then, and I have not seen this in full. Maybe I'll feel differently. So, I'll see you after the movie, and let's see, do I still like it? Alright, so I just got done watching Mary Poppins Returns again. And I'm sorry, man, I really am. But I really do still fucking love this movie. Emily Blunt, Lin-Manuel Miranda, the kids, Michael, Jane, even the cameos, everybody in this movie is just absolutely bringing their A game, and it shows. The only one who I think is maybe not as good is the child actor who plays Georgie. It's not that he's bad, but when you compare him to the other two child actors, he kind of stands out as maybe not being as experienced as the other two are, and does make me wonder, could we maybe have not had Georgie and had it just be the two children? If maybe that would have been better. The music is phenomenal, and it does what I think everybody remembers the best songs in the original doing, which is, when you think of the original Mary Poppins, you think of Spoonful of Sugar, Feed the Birds. Those are songs that have some kind of a lesson that Mary Poppins is trying to bring to the children, that she's trying to teach the children through these songs. And every song in this movie more or less does that. If you asked me what I think the weakest part of the film is, yes, it is still, I think, the villain of the movie. It is the banker. Because, not even because I think he's playing it badly, but I think because they didn't do enough on the writing end to really give you an explanation as to why he is doing what he is doing. I don't know. I kind of suspect there maybe was a cut subplot where they had a rivalry, the banker and Michael Banks had some sort of a rivalry, which is why he's very adamant about getting the foreclosure on that house. Maybe that's the case. I don't know if that's come out since then, but that's what it feels like, because it is a bit cartoonish, and again, they don't really explain it the best. That is probably what I think the weakest element of the film is overall. Okay, so it's been
a couple hours since I recorded my gut reaction upon rewatching Mary Poppins Returns, and I want to touch upon something for a couple seconds here that I didn't really touch upon in my gut reaction, and that is what's sticking with me. I don't think I can emphasize enough how this movie, in many ways, has helped me deal with grief. And what I truly think Mary Poppins was coming back to do for the Banks family was help them move on from their grief. And I can only speak for myself, but being somebody who has dealt with a very similar situation, multiple very similar situations, including one fairly recently, this movie at times hits me very hard in all the right places. And I will not shy away from the fact that it does get me misty-eyed. Maybe not even for reasons that the creator intended. And you can think that is stupid. You can think that is ridiculous. But to me, it is 110% accurate. But yeah, I still freaking love it. I think it is one of the best Disney remakes, sequels, reimaginings that they've ever done, if not possibly the best. And quite frankly, to anyone who thinks like Doug Walker does, who thinks that Mary Poppins Returns is on the same level as Beauty and the Beast remake or the Lion King remake.
What are you, fucking nuts?
But yeah, those were just my basic gut reactions upon rewatching Mary Poppins Returns again. I still really love it. I still think it's as good as the original Mary Poppins. It has everything. It has great music, it has a good story, it has great characters, and most importantly, it has the heart. But with that, I pass it off to you guys. If you've seen Mary Poppins Returns, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. And until tomorrow, guys, gals, and my fellow VEDS-ies, I will see you tomorrow.